Hello, everyone. It's William here. How are you all doing? Let me get rid of these banners. Oh, I'll be right back. I have to go start Instagram. Hold on one second. Okay, back. Hello, hello, hello. So yeah, I just had to start Instagram. I'm sorry if you're on Instagram over there. I won't be able to see the comments today, but I wanted it to be streaming there because we've had some people who don't really watch anywhere else. So I feel bad not streaming there. So we've got the streaming going, but Andrew's working in the studio today. So you may hear some sounds of the studio in the background. So he won't be joining us on today's live. So it's just me and you all. Welcome. Thank you for joining us here at Allegory Gallery. We are at Star Cottage Studio in our studio workshop here. Filming studio workshop, online fulfillment center. It's got it all here. So thank you for joining us. I hope you're having a great day. Let's see who's with us now. Marianne is here saying thunderstorms just now. Oh boy, we have a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day here. It's like in the, what was it? 68 is a high, a little bit of breeze. Sunny day. Yeah, it's been nice here. Hello, Harry. Harry, I'm very sorry to hear about the little kitty. So I know you've been trying your best with all of them, and just wanted to say sorry again that the little one didn't make it. Let's see here. Marianne had a bad day. Oh no, that's no good. What happened? Norma is here. Hello, Norma. Let's see here. Marianne says, I don't recommend face planting into a sidewalk. No, neither do I. Been there, done that, understand, hope you're doing okay. Sending you good vibes, good energy. When I did that, it was because some friends and I were like messing around, and yeah, it was no good. I face planted from about, so this is really what happened for me. We were out one night and we hadn't even started the drinking yet. The drinking hadn't even begun. This is back in our younger days. And this is, I think, this is before I knew Andrew. So my friend, we were messing around and I don't know what happened. He tried to jump on my back and I was like, whoa. This is like, you know, to do the like jump, your legs hang over and have two people high. I'm like, whoa, this is not really going to work. He's like, no, it'll be fine. He says, if you don't want to do it to me. And I'll catch you. I'll hold you. We'll be fine. And I'm like, really? I'm like, okay, fine. This could be fun. Let's just have fun. Sometimes I'm a killjoy. So I'm like, okay, fine. Let's do this. So I go to jump up. And as soon as I jump up, his knees buckle. He falls over and I fall from like two people high, face plant. The whole side of my face, planted in the side, scraped against the sidewalk. And we were all dressed up to go out that night. I wasn't going to let it stop me from going out that night, but people were looking at me. They're like, you know, you have a little bit of blood. I'm like, yeah, I had a fight with the sidewalk. Yes. So, I doubt that's what you were doing, Marianne, but that's how I face planted into a sidewalk one time. Maria is here, says, I've never been to your channel before. Welcome, Maria. I hope you enjoy staying with us a little bit and hanging out. We do like to hang out with people. So if you don't know what we're all about, we sell beads, jewelry, gemstones. We do tutorials in all different kinds of crafts. But we do a live every weekday. So Monday through Friday, generally at 7:30 p.m. Eastern time, we go live like this. Sometimes we're selling stuff. Sometimes we're going to do a tutorial or a demo. We're selling some gemstones and pearls tonight. But we always sit and chat for like an hour or so. 40 minutes to an hour and a half usually is what they run. And we just chat with people and hang out and get to know each other. So feel free to comment in the comments there. I will be reading the comments out to everyone. Not everyone can see all the comments, so we try to read most of them out and talk amongst ourselves here and chat with each other. So please let us know where you're tuning in from, and please feel free to subscribe to our channel and hit that thumbs up if you like being here with us. Norma's been there, done that too. Hello, Suzanne. Thank you for joining us. Let's see here. Marianne says, got my replacement credit card and promptly lost it. So now I get to release 5 business days to get another one. Oh my goodness. You are not having a great day. You are not having a great day, but it's going to get better. I believe it's going to get better for you. That's all we need. Cinnamon is here, says Suzanne. That's great. Barnaby is not here. They don't come to the cottage very often. Every once in a while we bring them out here, but they don't generally like car rides. So we try not to mess up their routine too much. Norma says, you really had a bad day. Yeah, she did. Oh, Suzanne says, nice shirt. This shirt actually has a hoodie. I don't use it very much, but it's a very thin shirt. And my mom got this for me because it is supposed to be, which it seems like it's working. It is supposed to be like a sunproof shirt. It's light and it breathes. It's 100% polyester. I don't know what they do, if it's anything special, but it's supposed to be like a sunscreen. And I don't have to wear, like I didn't get burned all day today being out there. So I usually wear this when I'm out doing yard work, which is what I did all day today. And I didn't get enough time to go home and change. This is me looking like I do after I do yard work. So I look a little rough right now. So just ignore that. But thank you. I kind of like this shirt. It has a big emblem, of course, on the front. I don't know. But yeah, it allows me, it's long sleeve, so it allows me to do yard work without having to layer up with too much sunscreen. I hate putting a lot of sunscreen on. So with this, I just put it on my face and my neck and my hands. And I wear long pants generally because we have some ticks here now. I used to wear shorts and doing a lot of the yard work, but not since I got that tick attached to me the other week. So now I wear long pants and long socks and do the tick test check afterwards. So I got to do that when I get home tonight. Make sure I have no ticks on me. But yeah, so thank you. Yeah, this is me after just coming in from yard work. I did the mowing here at the cottage. I got all the mowing done. I got half of the weed eating done, and then our batteries all ran out of power. I didn't fully charge some of them. I forgot to do that. And so, although the mowing took, I think even if I would have, I don't think I would have gotten through everything. I need to purchase another battery or two for all of our equipment so that I can get through it when it's a tough session like this. If it was a small, like the grass wasn't so high or the weeds weren't so high, it would be easy. But we haven't done the weed eating in a while and they got wild. So it's going to take some extra battery power to cut through those. Let's see, Harry says it's 87 here in Des Moines. It's supposed to be in the 80s in another 2 days. So I have tomorrow to finish the yard work. That's my plan, is to finish all the yard work here tomorrow before my pottery class. And then it's supposed to get hot again here, which is not great. Hello, Anne. Thanks for joining us. Norma says beautiful day here too. Suzanne's got a tropical storm coming to the Gulf next week. Oh no. Marisa, sounds a beautiful day. It has been a beautiful day. It is gorgeous today. It was nice to be able to spend it outside. I feel guilty for not getting as much done inside, but the stuff outside needed to be done and it still needs to be finished. So I'm glad for making progress. Marion says, I do have a black eye. That'll happen. Happened to me. I ended up with a black eye and bruises and scabs all over my face. So I hope you feel better soon. I don't know if you got any scratches or anything, or if it's the black eye is all you ended up with, but still not great, right? Not great. Michelle is here. Hello, Michelle. Thank you for joining us. Let's see here. Angela is here, says hello from the porch swing. Nice. One of these nights I'm going to sit on our porch swing too, but I don't get a chance to do that very often. But I do like sometimes if Andrew goes to bed early, which is rare that he goes to bed before me, but sometimes when he does, I'll go out on the porch and sit on the swing and just kind of take in the night. Because usually if he's up and stuff, then we're doing stuff. But if he goes to bed earlier, then I just kind of sit outside sometimes and take a break and take in the night and just kind of breathe in the night air. It's really nice right now. Marianne tripped on an edge and couldn't quite recover. That happens. That definitely happens. Nice to know it has happened to others. There's always misery loves company, right? Yeah. Mine was fooling around, but I also one time tripped on, I don't know. I don't actually think I tripped on anything. I was just crossing the street and like my foot fell over itself. You know, that happens sometimes. And fell in the middle of the street. I didn't hit my face, but I did bruise my knee and my hands pretty good. Anne's a member of the Sidewalk Faceplant Club. It's not fun. It's not fun. Hello, Susie. Thank you for joining us. Marianne says, it is amazing, really. Not quite how I want to be a part of the AGB fam, right? Right? How many AGB fam members face planted on the sidewalk before? That's not how we want to define our family here, right? Michelle says, so we thought the hubby wasn't going on tour, but he got a call. He is going. He has to be there on the 16th. That's good, more work, right? See, good things. Good things are happening. More work coming your way after a long time of not having. So that's great. That's great. I think that's great, right? I mean, him being away is probably not always easy, but I think that's good news. Hey, Amanda's here. Hello, Amanda. Thanks for joining us today. Marianne's asking, is this the Snoop tour? That's what I was wondering too. Angela says, my college friend used flea collars on his ankles. Huh. Never thought about that. That might be, I might have to look into that. I don't like, they say that you're supposed to use DDT stuff. I think it's DDT, right? And that's such a, from what I understand, it's like a super bad poison. I prefer not to spray myself with that. So usually when I wear the long clothes, I don't end up with anything. And like I said before, I think I got the tick. I think I know where I got it. And it was because I was in some old leaves and things like that I was cleaning up from where I was replacing the gutter that one day. And so I think that's where I mostly got the tick, was in that mess. And I don't generally go in there. That's not generally a place we have to clean up very often. So I'm hoping I don't get any more that way. Marianne, not much scratching. That's good. Well, hello. Here's Andrew.
Hello, everyone.
I didn't know if you'd see him at all today. You're working on trivets, sharpening trivets.
Yeah, I've been working on, so when you have a trivet, sometimes if your enamel gets hot, it becomes like molten and it leaves marks. So,
the trivet leaves marks in the enamel.
Yeah. And so one of the ways that
these are, if you don't know what these are, so if you have a piece of enamel, these are what you place it on to put it into the kiln.
Yeah.
And so when the enamel melts at the kiln temperature, these points of contact can melt up into the enamel.
And so one of the ways that you can prevent that or lessen that is to sharpen the edges.
So there's less surface contact.
Yeah. So basically,
and
you
less
make
heat, probably at that point.
You make
blades,
like,
propeller blades. Yeah. They're
like
not
Predator.
They're not sharp.
No, because I haven't figured out the right way of getting them really sharp. The only way that I can think is filing. And I've been filing them, but it's taking a long time. And then also...
Well, those are made out of what?
Steel.
They're steel.
Sometimes titanium,
I was
but
gonna say I thought titanium, but
not on our budget.
not on our budget.
We have like 2 that are made of titanium, and I'm like, So anyway, so in theory, if I had the right angle grinder, I could get it done in like 2 seconds.
Here he goes with that angle grinder
They're
talk.
not expensive, but here you go. So I've been doing that in between waiting for the kiln.
Yeah, he's been waiting for it. Sounds like the kiln. I thought I just heard it click.
It's working, but I've been
It takes
rotating.
like 3 hours for the kiln to heat up to temperature.
What are they saying? Porch?
Oh, we're talking about sitting on the porch swing. Suzanne said, porch sitting is highly recommended. I like it. I like it when I get to. Marianne face planted into the concrete today, into the sidewalk.
Oh, no.
And has a black eye. She also got her credit card and immediately lost it again. So she has to wait for another one to show up.
Yeah, burn some sage and ring some bells.
I said, that's it. There's no more bad things. No more. So she has to do work on Thursday, though. You're going to working with a black eye. You're going to do some makeup around it, right?
Maybe.
Go in there and just say you got into a brawl.
Do you work on
Don't
tips?
mess with me.
Do you work on tips? You're like, somebody.
Like, this is what happened to the last, because you should see the last customer that messed with me. When you get that rowdy customer.
My friend in NYC had a bike accident the day I arrived. Urgent care said she was basically fine. Found out 2 weeks later she had 6 to 8 cracked ribs, one cracked in multiple places. She's doing wow.
That's good. She's doing well, but that's not great for the urgent care.
Well,
saying she has nothing wrong.
You don't know if you don't know, right?
Don't they do an X-ray in urgent care?
I don't know if all urgent cares do that.
My goodness.
They just like, feel around.
I've probably cracked ribs. I probably have cracked ribs. I was in Taekwondo and I did a side kick that was a little too high once, and my other foot came out from under me and I landed right on my rib cage. And it was on a cement floor.
Oh boy.
It was not on the pads inside. I was outside practicing or warming up for our event. And the wind got knocked out of me for a long time. And then for the next...
Did they go outside and they're like, what's he doing laying on the ground?
Well, my parents were there and they were like, oh, you better just lay there for a little while. And then the next few days, I pretty much couldn't walk. I had a very hard time breathing in deep and walking. So I probably cracked some ribs that I never had anything done with.
That's like, I think I broke a toe and didn't know I broke a toe.
Yeah, toes they don't do much for those anyway. I don't know what they can do for ribs other than if you really broke them, then they go in and do something. But
yeah,
for cracked ribs,
just get a brace or whatever.
Yeah, maybe a tight thing. I don't know. I don't actually know what they do for that. Hello, Terry. Thanks for joining us. Marion says it really doesn't take much to crack bones. No, I don't think it does. To crack them? I don't think so. Amanda helped my kids coach little kids soccer today. It was hilarious. That's cool.
That's cute.
My sister-in-law, she does the coaching for or part of the coaching, I think, for their soccer. She has a good time doing it. Terry says it looks like a good self-defense item too.
Correct. Though it makes me nervous. Do you ever get that thing where you see sharp things and you just think they're going to go in your eye? Like, we have these things like they're, I don't know if it's a phobia necessarily, but it's like this weird, like maybe in a past life or something happened.
You see something sharp, you just think it's going to head toward your eye.
Yeah, because we have like next to our laser, there's a bunch of like mandrels and stuff sticking up, and every time I pass by, I'm like, I'm gonna fall on this, and it's gonna be the impale time.
Don't do that. Harry says, try a draw-through knife sharpener for those.
I don't see. I know what you're talking about. I don't know because of the three-prongedness. If I can get it in there the way that I need to get it in there. I could maybe do like the tips, but I don't think this one's bigger, so I could probably do the tips on these, which is all you really need on some of them. But then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to spray them with a secret sauce. And then that's going to...
No, some are made from titanium because it doesn't stick as much.
Correct. Because you can enamel on steel.
Yes.
But you can't enamel on titanium.
And it doesn't, but it won't create divots either. Won't it still create divots?
On what?
On like the titanium still from the pressure.
Yeah, it just won't stick.
It just won't stick to it.
Because sometimes it sticks to the steel, and you have to like hit it.
Cracks away sometimes.
And then it can pull chips out.
Yeah.
And we had a problem where maybe the kiln was firing a little too hot or whatever, but there was a bunch of blanks that we were making where there was a bunch of nicks. So we have to. It
happened with the luster pendants
that we were working on.
So that's why we're still working on some of those.
So you have to redo.
We had a whole batch that I think we were too hot for.
So
always something.
I was like, why do we do this?
No porch sitting in a thunderstorm, because we're makers. That's why we do this.
No,
Jesus.
I think we should just figure something else out.
No porch sitting in a thunderstorm.
No makeup.
I do like to porch
tips.
sit in the thunderstorm. I do.
Oh, no makeup, no tips.
Oh, no, but you're just going in with your black eye. I said if they need to get an unruly customer, have them bring you to the counter, right? Say Mary Ann deals with our unruly customers.
No, that's how you definitely have problems. Someone will write a review about that. Maybe if William did it, they'd be like, "Oh, so charming."
So charming.
If I did that, they're like, "Dear Internet."
Danette is here. Hello, Danette.
I was met with an unfortunate young man who they still call me young man, even though I'm older than them. And then there was a disagreeable disposition.
Mm-hmm. Danette says, hope all is well with everyone. Hope your friend heals quickly, Anne, says Danette. Michelle says, I don't know. They seem to do x-rays every time I'm in the ER, even when I don't need it. I know.
But is that urgent care? That's different, right?
Maybe. They did an x-ray.
ER is in the big hospital.
Anne says they did an x-ray. But
and they didn't find it?
It's easy to miss. I'm not sure why. 6 to 8? They missed 6 to 8 cracks? She later went to the ER. They did an MRI. They don't do anything for ribs. That's what I figured. That's
MRI they don't have everywhere.
No, that I know they don't.
Because that's the open image.
This is New York City. They should have it in most places.
Also, does your insurance cover it? That's the other thing.
Well, they're going to do it whether it covers it or not most of the time.
Some of them.
You got to say no,
They're like this.
no. They got to say no. Don't do that on camera. Jabbing my ribs. My friend
I'm
cracked
just
a rib.
checking for health. Don't worry about it, William.
Linda says my friend cracked a rib from coughing.
What? I feel like that sometimes.
Ribs take a long time to heal, says Terry. They usually just wrap cracked ribs. Yeah, it's pretty much what I thought. And probably why my parents didn't take me. They're like, what are they going to do? They're not going to do anything. It's like your toe, too. Oh, let's see here. Maria says, says to a hospital, the ones in my country do. I love thunderstorms. Nice. Where are you at? Oh, they should have an x-ray machine if they are affiliated to a hospital. The ones in my country do. Where are you at, Maria? Where do you live?
That's like, but sometimes the urgent care is basically just a room.
Sometimes.
They got like a desk and like a thermometer.
They have some good stuff nowadays.
Sometimes they do, but
most of them do.
Some places is.
When have you been to one lately?
Because I have the internet and I read reviews sometimes. But anyway, sometimes they just got a room and you just go in and then they just kind of like feel your forehead.
Don't go to those ones, everybody.
You know, it's like when you're like go to the nurse's office at the PE at the school, and they're like, "Here's a bag of ice."
Our nurse took the wire brush to your, to get the gravel out. No one wanted to go to the nurse if they fell on the track.
Wire brush, you know
They took the wire brush and scrubbed. over your brush burn to make sure all the rocks were out, the gravel.
For infection? I don't know.
Yep, that was back in the day.
All ours was like, here's a bag of ice.
Yeah, that was
Lay
back
down.
Marion says, I'll just say you should see the other guy, right?
Lay down and recover.
Anne says, my sister did call that specific urgent care fly by night.
I'm telling
Sounds
you,
like
some of them.
It sounds like it. Let's see. Oh, it jumped. Insurance, yep. If you don't have it, they don't do it. It depends. Sometimes they do it. I know, but then she corrected it down below.
Oh, country.
Yeah. Michelle says, if you don't have it, they don't do it. Sometimes you have to tell them, no, I don't want to pay for that. We've been in that situation. Anne says, yeah, Marie, I don't think that urgent care was affiliated. Marion says, not an issue in Canada.
Yeah.
You got that good stuff in Canada? Got the good stuff. Maria lived in Georgia. I live in Georgia, but I lived over 40 years in New York. Georgia the state or Georgia the country? Now I'm getting confused. When I had a black eye from the sidewalk incident, only a few people at work asked about it. I would always ask someone. I would want to try to find out if they were safe.
That makes sense.
Right?
One of my friends, she's real accident prone. I'm not going to say who. And she's real accident prone. But she also would do things that maybe you shouldn't do, like drink alcohol and ride bicycles. And so,
probably not the greatest mix.
You know what happens, of course, when you do that, you fall down. And so I guess she was went out on the road, her lawn care guy saw her, and she didn't want to come out because her face was all messed up. And so she's behind the screen door, and he's like, is everything all right? And so the guy, he thought that her boyfriend was beating her up, but it was actually just because she's sometimes
accident prone.
Was accident prone. I was like, if anybody's going to fall down.
It's good somebody's going to check on you, though.
Yeah, that was good.
It's nice.
But he almost got his ass kicked. His butt. But corrected.
Terry says, we have some really good urgent care here. One basically saved my husband's life. Long story for another time. Well, that's good you have them.
Yeah. The one around here, the one on Latrobe is supposed to be really good.
My friend received a baseball straight to her eye on Friday. I've never seen an eye that swollen. She couldn't open it for days.
Oh,
no,
wow.
Thank you.
I don't want that.
No, thank you.
It's not like I go to those things anyway, but...
Yeah.
She said state. State
of Georgia. Okay.
I think I knew that.
She said she's never watched our channel before.
Oh, no, never mind. Where in New York are you? We don't live there anymore.
No, we're not in New York anymore.
Or
I don't know if anyone watching is in New York. They were visiting.
Teresa lives in New York. She lives in Long Island.
She's not watching today. I haven't seen her today. Unless you're out there, are you watching? My nose is slightly swollen since it hit first. Ooh.
Marianne's in Canada.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, the baseball. I hope her eye isn't damaged otherwise. Yeah, that's hard.
Ooh. No way.
We are located in Ligonier, Pennsylvania, and our store is in Johnstown, Pennsylvania. So we're in Pennsylvania, Maria. If you're
our
asking
grand
about
reopening.
Grand reopening.
June 29th. Tell your friends.
On Saturday, June 29th.
I was going to try to go to a class, but I don't think we can go.
No. I don't think you can go.
I would love it, though.
You would love it.
My friend Ann Wolf is teaching.
Oh, Terry's in New York. Terry's in New York. What part of New York are you in, Terry?
Yeah, upstate.
Upstate somewhere.
Anyways, I gotta get back
yeah,
to
go
it.
back to work. I got
Why
things
are
to do.
you trying to? Why are you trying to shoot me away?
Go do your work.
He's
He
like,
keeps complaining.
go away,
He keeps
Andrew.
complaining he doesn't have time to do his work, and then I
Go
tell him
away,
go do your work,
Andrew.
and now he complains that
I've got
I'm
a lot
trying
to
to
do.
force him.
Don't look at the things I'm trying to sell.
That's right. Go away. Don't
Go
worry about it.
away.
Don't worry about it, Andrew.
That is called. It's called a double standard for a reason. That's my talk, and you're not supposed to use my talk against me, William.
Go do your work. You have work to do.
I'll check your ribs later for health and safety.
Maria's been twice to Youngstown, PA.
Oh, that's close.
Youngstown, if it's the one on near this side of the state, or the western side, there might be another one.
30 minutes.
That's pretty close to us, yeah. Terry says, yep, near Albany. Nice. Nice. So, we've got some gemstones and we've got some pearls. These are some vintage things. These are some nice things, everybody.
I'm going to go before I start singing.
You can see them already. Look at them. Look how nice they are.
Oh.
Look at that quartz. Isn't that beautiful?
Are you going to sell my melon cut?
I don't think there's any melon cut in here.
Simple cut?
There's maybe some simple cut stuff. There's some simple cut, these big tiger eye.
Not purple though.
No. And some faceted pearls.
Ooh.
And look at these stick pearls. Ooh,
That's
ooh. I know, I'm giving good prices tonight.
That's too cheap, William.
Giving good prices tonight.
Oh my gosh. Do I need a course correct? I saw one of the prices, y'all. If that doesn't sell,
don't worry about it, Andrew.
Happening.
Don't worry about it, Andrew.
Oh my gosh, you're just giving them away. That's like a $200 strand, William.
Which one? This one?
Them big ass pearls.
These ones?
Correct.
These ones, Andrew?
Correct.
Well, they're not 200 for you all tonight, so.
Well, here you go.
Oh, look at these ones, Andrew. Look at these. Look at how nice those are. Look at the good color. Look at that quartz too. That very pretty. Look at that. Look at this opal.
Oh, the pink one.
The pink opal.
That's Marianne's favorite. We should save that for her.
Amanda says, "Poor Andrew."
And now go back to work, Andrew.
Don't worry about it, Andrew.
Go close your eyes and plug your ears. Huh.
Don't worry about it.
Break the mug.
Don't worry about it.
Sidewalk with the baseball bat.
Don't worry about it.
The neighbors are gonna be like, "What are you doing?" I said, "Wow."
Exactly what the mug says. Don't worry about it. Did Andrew get his beads yesterday? Says Michelle.
I don't know. We have to go through it.
Yeah, we have to go through and see what's sold. I work by lot numbers only once I get to the spreadsheet portion of the evening. I don't actually know which particular strands sell. I only know what numbers sell. And if I don't remember which one goes to which number, I don't actually know until we separate them all out.
Probably not.
Maybe you got yours back. I don't know. I think that smoky quartz is still around.
The one, the carved one?
The hand carved one.
Well, don't advertise it.
I had some people emailing me having some questions whether things are still available. So I got back to everybody. I did invoice pretty much everyone last night. If you got your orders in last night, if you asked about anything today, I tried to respond to people today, but I didn't get any invoices out today.
You're in the yard.
Marianne says, Andrew, don't worry about it. We love deals. Well, except for pink beads.
That's your favorite.
Right. We got some of those today, but we've got some good deals too, I think. I was more realistic today on what the retail prices of these really are probably going to be, but I still gave you really good prices off of those. So
I saw them prices.
he says there's
the big pearls. Basically, you all get your fingers ready, cause I saw that.
He says I saw that.
He's like, go away, Andrew.
Yeah, you can hang around if you want to see all the
Sure.
prices and all that I did.
Nah, go and work on that stuff.
You got work to do. You got work to do.
Listening to my audio book.
I know.
Is it too loud? Can you hear it?
I don't know. You were grinding away, so I don't think you had it on while you were grinding.
Did you hear the grinding?
Yes, I did hear that.
And it was terrible.
It wasn't too bad. I don't think it was bad on camera.
What did they say?
I told them you might hear sounds of the studio.
So what do you think if I should grow some bangs out?
I don't know if you've got bangs to grow. You have to grow them from back here.
I don't know. I haven't tried to grow my hair out in a long time.
I know.
So
You used to have your hair grown out and a mustache.
Not on purpose.
You did it on purpose for a while.
I think I was tired.
I didn't mind the mustache.
I didn't like it. That's what you call when you just give up.
When you just give up.
I was like, I don't want to touch
You did take pictures of yourself with it, though.
Did I?
On
I
the
must have
tomatoes
deleted it.
or peppers, whatever that was.
Oh, well. That's also cancer time, so I did not groom
Marianne
as
didn't
well.
hear grinding noise. Michelle didn't hear it.
Oh, good. Yeah, so that time I didn't really. I was like, whatever. Just throw me in the river. You know, that's hard times. Anyways, what's this? They're ready to leave soon. Oh. Who else is this? Oh, what's the one? Beads. Oh, they tell me don't worry about. Okay. All right. See y'all. I'm gonna get to work.
Yeah, go get to work.
All the pink beads.
All the pink beads. Andrew's like, just pink beads tonight. Hardly any pink beads tonight, y'all. We got some very pretty pearls, some very nice gemstones, mostly all vintage stuff. I think really good prices on these. I think you're going to see that. Hopefully you like them. A number of you liked the stuff yesterday. Thank you so much. And we appreciate the support as always. If you don't mind, if you haven't already, please share this video with your friends. If they like beads or arts and crafts, like doing projects, just hanging out and chatting for a little while with people, they maybe they want people to hang out with and chat with, share this video with them. We like to expand our AG bead fam and expand the community to nice people. Don't share it with any people you don't like. Share it only with the nice people.
Yeah, don't pick no stank.
Don't pick no stank, as Andrew says.
Because I course correct. Anyways, if you join the Patreon, you're going to see the secret sauce.
Secret sauce on the Patreon. So if you don't know, let me find it. We have a Patreon. The Patreon is not under Allegory Gallery. It's under Star Cottage Studio. So patreon.com/Star Cottage Studio. I wrote a short little thing today about doing yard work. But Andrew is going to give away the trivet secret sauce. So if you are like, what does he use to keep the things from sticking on these steel trivets in the enamel work? He's never shared this before. It's always just been a secret. He's going to put it on the Patreon. So if you've joined our Patreon, you'll be able to see that. You do have to be a member of the paying tiers. It starts at $3. I think it's $3, $8, and $12 per month you can join up for. That's less than coffee for most people for a day or two. If you're going out to get those coffees, sacrifice one or two of them and join our Patreon. All the money that we raise from the Patreon goes into helping us pay Jen for filming our tutorials with her, goes to upkeep here at the cottage, things that we need, tools for the cottage, things like that. We don't make a ton of money off of it a month. I think it's 130 something a month, 120 something a month. I think it tells you that when you join. We left that up so you can see. But we do use that money. Sometimes we wait for it to build up a little bit if we need a bigger project. Or sometimes we cash it out right away, depending on what we're going to use it for. So Andrew also does artwork for those who pay at different levels, artwork and things like that. So you you can keep up with what we do. You often get previews of the things that we do. So you'll get previews of things that maybe are going up for sale. You get first looks. You get insights to the things we do, like how we make things or what projects we're working on, or when Andrew does tests, or when he's playing around with experimentation through different media. You'll see those on the Patreon. So please consider joining. Michelle says, a beading group I am in wanted stores that are brick and mortar types to bring more business to, but they wanted the owners only to share. I don't know. I don't know if I'm in that group. We're in some of the beading groups. I don't know if I'm in that one. So you can join us there and join us on the Patreon. Help us out. Like I said, it starts at $3 a month. I think there's $3, $8, and $12 levels. You pretty much, the levels are separated out, but you're pretty much going to get the same thing in every level. We have different things listed for different levels, but as time has gone on, we pretty much give all levels access to everything. It's just how much you want to help and contribute to what we do, because we don't really have a lot of time to try to make different things for different levels. It gets a little bit crazy. So we just give all the levels pretty much the same thing. So no matter what you sign up for, you're going to get mostly all of the good stuff. But if you want to help more, you can sign up for the higher levels. All right. And of course, if you're watching on Facebook, you can always give us stars on Facebook. That's a way to kind of tip us if you want to. And there's also on, I don't know if there's anything on YouTube. I don't know if we've turned on anything on YouTube for that. I can't remember. I probably should know that, but I think there's a way that you can tip on YouTube as well. Anyway, yeah, there is, because people have done it before. I don't remember what it's called, but there are ways you can do it. There's stars on Facebook. You can join the Patreon. Lots of different ways. If you want to super chat, says Marianne, thank you. So there's super chats on YouTube if you'd like to donate to us or give us a little extra. It does help. Like I said, we do a lot of tutorials. We have, I think, over 40 tutorials with Jen over the last year, and over 90 or so total tutorials, maybe over 130 if I'm not mistaken. I forget the last number of tutorials on our playlist with Jen and Andrew together. The combination of those two working on tutorials that are free. So any type of tips, any type of stars or super chats or joining the Patreon, all that extra money helps to cover things so that we can continue to provide that kind of free content, content we don't make anything on, in other words, while we also try to make a living. So we appreciate that. All right, so let's get down to business, everybody. Let's take a look at some pearls and some beautiful beads. All right, the way this works is every item I show you is going to have a lot number. We are on V lots tonight. V is in Victor or Victoria. And so it's going to be V1 through V30. I was able to get 30 done after my yard work, and I had to run to the store to grab some things for dinner tonight. So we're doing 30 lots tonight. These are V lots. And you will send us an email to info@allegorygallery.com. And you send us the lot number in the subject line of your email. So start an email, address it to info@allegorygallery.com, put V1, for example, in the subject line, and hit send. It's that simple. Very easy to do. The reason we don't take claiming in the comments is because we get comments from everywhere, and things are first come, first serve. And we want to be as fair as possible. Not every place timestamps things. So when we get the comments, we don't always know who got the comment there first. If it's a comment on YouTube versus a comment on Facebook or a comment on Instagram, Instagram's comments, by the way, just go away. Because the videos just go away. So it's not a great system in comments. By the way, if you're watching on Instagram and you've been tuning in and you're wondering why I'm not reading your comments, I can't see you. I'm sorry. We're streaming on Instagram, but I can't see the computer. It's in the other room. I did not have a chance to run home to get my computer, my laptop before the show to have here at my side. So we wanted to stream there because we know some of you like to watch there, but I can't read the comments. I'm sorry. They don't pull through like the other comments do. I wish they could make that happen. So we only use emails. Emails come into the inbox. They are time-stamped. We know exactly who got to that item first. So you do want to send us an email. Please send a brand new email every time. Do not reply to an old email of yours to send us another email, because what that does in our inbox is all of your emails get grouped under one heading. And then I don't see them until the very end because they all float to the top every single time you send an email because they're all grouped. So it's a new one every time, new one every time. So if it's not in line in timestamp order, I miss them all and I skip you. And if somebody claimed those down below, I'm not redoing the spreadsheet. So send us a new email every time. It sounds complicated, but it's not really. It's just send us an email every time you want something. Done. Easy. So let me go ahead. I'm going to put that banner up that tells you all that. To purchase from this video, take down each lot number, send it to us in an email at info@allegorygallery.com. Of course, if you like what we do, please like, share, subscribe, and follow us everywhere. We're on Facebook, we're on Instagram, we're on YouTube, we're everywhere. We're even on Threads. You want to go to Threads and follow us? We're over there. I haven't done much over there lately, but we're over there. So let's get started. Let me flip this around, and we're old school, y'all. So we don't have all this fancy stuff where things flip and jive and turn around on their own. So I got to do this by hand. There we go. There we are. Look at those. Do you remember this kit? We still have, I think, 4 of these kits. If you like the red, white, and blue kit, we've got that in stock. Got that in stock. I think it was $24 only. So, want one of those? Send us an email for it. Red, white, and blue kit. Can't believe we still have those, but we do. All right. Michelle says, yep, on Threads too. Yes, we're everywhere. We're everywhere. Okay. One thing I wanted to point out a little bit is maybe you missed these, but we have some artwork by Andrew. These are his collages. And I believe these are the Noble Creature Redux collages. And I just, in case you missed them the first time around, I wanted to show them again because we still have a number of them available. And these are on our website. If you look up Noble Creatures, you'll see all the Noble Creature products available. But Andrew drew these. These are actual prints of his original drawings. The original drawings are available, and then we made prints of them. And the prints that we made were the wrong size. So instead of throwing them all out, Andrew hand cut each one out and used them in his collage work. So these are some collage backgrounds. You've got the gold star or gold crowns that he floats on them. And of course, each one of these are signed and dated on the back. So there are some of these still available. And I know we have a bad habit of showing everything once and then maybe never showing it again. We have a lot of stuff, y'all, and we do a live video every day. So sometimes we show these things and they get shown to y'all once and then we forget to show them again because we're moving on to the next great thing, right? But in case that was the case and we didn't show these enough, I wanted to show them again. Anne says the Noble Creatures and Noble Creatures Redux series are some of my favorites. I love them. I think these creatures are amazing, and Andrew did such a great job on drawing them and giving them so many beautiful details. I love them a lot. So I hope you do too. And thank you, Anne. I know you've grabbed some. A number of you have grabbed some. We appreciate that. But these are all available on the website if you're interested. and you can check them out there. Lots of artwork by Andrew is available on the website, and you can take a look. Amanda said those are amazing. Did you miss those the first time around, Amanda? Were you just reiterating? Because I know, I like to know if people miss them, because that's good for me to know. Because, you know, sometimes I don't know. I don't realize if people have missed them or somehow didn't see them. Because we try to send out emails about these things. That's another thing. If you're not on our email list, please join our email list. Our email list is the only thing that allows us to get to you without having to go through another provider, right? We own our email list. If Facebook decides they don't like us anymore and gets rid of our page, that's like 8,600 people we lose contact with unless you're on our email list. So if you have not joined our email list yet, please go to allegorygallery.com. That's up here at the top, allegorygallery.com, and you can join our email list. There will be a pop-up that'll probably pop right up and ask you to join. Or it may ask you to pop up and join our text message list, whichever one you get. But you can always go to the links tab in our menu. And on the links tab, toward the bottom, there's an option to join our email list and our text message list. Join whichever one you like, but the email list is the one that we can take with us. If you're on our text message list, they don't really give us access to your phone numbers. The text message lists are very guarded because of laws, but our email list, we can take from any email provider we use and move it to a new one. So if you want to be able to stay in touch with us all the time, please join our email list. It's very important. I can't stress that enough. We're looking at, I don't know if you know, but people who are on TikTok, who have millions of followers sometimes, if they don't have an email list or if their only followers are on TikTok, there's a very good chance that TikTok in the US is not going to be a thing in a few months. So unless TikTok finds a new buyer, which they're kind of being forced to here in the US, unless they decide to do that, everybody on TikTok is going to lose all their followers. So that's why these things like email lists are super important. I can't stress it enough. I should stress it more. We don't talk about that enough. But please, if you're not on our email list, join that. You never know. We don't own our content on any other social platform. But once we have your email address, we can reach out to you if we need to that way. All right. Another series of artwork that we did are these forever home pieces, and these are collages. These are that both of us, look, I even signed these. I signed my name on those too because I helped with these. These are the forever home collages that we did, and so Andrew made these backgrounds, and then I image transferred pictures that I have taken of our flowers from our gardens onto these wooden pieces, and then we cut out, engraved out the places where these sit, and then these are mounted in there. So we have a number of these still available. And this is I think the very first artwork from Allegory Gallery that I've actually been a part of that I've signed. So these are kind of really special for me. And there are a lot of them left. Not a lot of people bought these. Maybe y'all don't like them. But there we go. Lots of different ones available. And these are now ready to ship. They have been coated and protected and signed and all that good stuff. These are hellebores. I love the hellebores. So we have a lot of these available in the online store, and you can check those out in the Forever Home collection from our website. Cheryl says, I love the one I have. And hi, Cheryl. Thanks for joining us. And thank you for getting one of the Forever Home. Like I said, it's the very first thing artwork-wise that I have actually signed from Allegory Gallery that we've done. Normally it's all Andrew. Now I have my pottery, but as a collaborative artwork thing, that's the first one. Marion says, that sucks for the providers on TikTok if they don't use other platforms. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. So I guess they have 9 months from, I think it was April 24th or something like that. TikTok has 9 months to find a buyer, or else they will be cast out of the US. You know, it's all to do because, you know, with the Chinese-American relationship and governments and all that, and where information is stored, and there are so many users from the US on TikTok, and what's private and what's not, and all that stuff. So agree or disagree with it, that decision has been made. And so we're always trying to get people to do the email thing, because that's where we can reach you. We can take that email list. In fact, we have our email list generally from when we very first started the store, and we've been able to grow that list since then. But it is nowhere near the size of our social media following. So that's why we keep trying to ask you to please join the email list. We have some ideas for things we want to do on our email that are not going to always be just selling stuff. So we hope you'll join us. Hello, Teresa. Thank you for joining us as I bought a Forever Home artwork. Can't wait to receive it. Nice. Thank you so much. We appreciate that. All right, let's get started today. I hope you like these vintage pearls, vintage gemstone strands. These are super pretty. Check out these pearl strands. Beautiful pearls. These are kind of a golden color. And these originally $36. We're doing them for $28 a strand. I'm showing you we have 4 available. That's what that number means. So I'm showing you all 4. You are buying by the strand, just to be clear on that. In case you're new, you are buying per strand. We're pricing these per strand. These are at least 16-inch strands. These are, like I said, these are vintage. Yeah, these are 16, a little over 16 even in some cases. 16-inch strands. And these coins are about 11.5 millimeters. 11.5 millimeters. V1. So if you want to purchase that, address an email to info@allegorygallery.com, put V1 in the subject line, and hit send. That's all you have to do. There are only 4 available. First come, first serve. Normal retail, if we put these in the online store, if they make it that far, if y'all don't grab them up, will be about $36 in the online store. We're giving them to you for a great price of $28, but you only get this price for the first 24 hours. So once we start our live video tomorrow, those prices no longer exist for you or anyone. All right. So you have to get these prices now by grabbing these during this live or watching this replay within 24 hours. And that email has to get to us in that time. So you have to claim it. If you claim it in that amount of time, no matter what, you'll get that price. Even if I don't invoice you for, you know, a day or so. Sometimes it takes me a little while to get to all the invoicing. As long as your email gets to us in time, you've got that price. These are really pretty pearls. Super beautiful. And we have even more beautiful pearls coming. So you just wait, everybody. Just you wait. V1. Oh, hold on one second. I'm going to grab a little container to put these in. Hello, Brooke. Thanks for joining us. You got here just in time. We just did the first lot. Now we're moving on to V2. V2. Now these are stunning. Look at these little, oh, beautiful little pearls. These are little keishi pearls. Marion says AG pearls are a very good quality. Thank you. We do try to pick out only the best, and especially good vintage ones. Look at the colors. Look at the rainbows in these. Look at how nice these pearls are. Normally, we'd be selling these for about $38 a strand. We're doing them for you all for $30 a strand. $30 a strand only. And look at the quality on those. Look, like I said, we try to pick out, we love vintage pearls. And let me tell you why. If you don't know why, if you're new or you haven't heard this before, vintage pearls very often were done when there was less pollution and they didn't rush things to market. Now there's a lot more pollution and they're trying to keep up, with everybody wanting pearls, especially nowadays, because pearls are popular for everyone. You got all the rock stars and sports people wearing them, male, female, doesn't matter. And you have everyone wearing pearls. And so they're rushing pearls to market without allowing them to develop. And so you don't get the same kind of nacre coating on them, whereas these have that beautiful lustrous color. You don't see that in modern day pearls, generally at this price point. Now you can find them, of course, but they're going to be 2-3 times as much. So we get the vintage stuff, and if we get a good deal on the vintage stuff, you also get a good deal on the vintage stuff. So we're probably going to retail these for around $38. It'll at least be $38, let's say that. And then we're giving you the special deal for 24 hours at $30. So you're going to pay $30 if you request these tonight or tomorrow before tomorrow's live. If you request them after that, you're going to pay the $38. All right, V2. And we usually give you about a week to be able to do requests. So you can still request them if you're watching this late, but you will get the higher price on those. There are 6 strands of those available. 6 strands of those available at that price point. Sometimes we have more things, but we don't always release them on sale. So that's the other thing. When I say 6 at that price point, we could have more of them, but we're not willing to separate them out. We're not willing to part with them at that sell price. But usually we do. Sylvia says size of V2. Where's my dime? That would help, right? Size of V, this is V2, by the way. V2, because they're not, I'm going to pick one to show you because they are all slightly different. About 6.5 millimeters by 6.5 millimeters. So they're around that, but as you can see, they're all, of course, they're natural. They're all slightly different, but around 6.5 millimeters. 6 strands available, $30 a strand only, and very good quality. You might be able to find strands out there cheaper, but you can definitely trust that these are of great quality coming from us. We don't sell you junk. And what you see is what you get, right? You're seeing it on camera right now. You're not seeing a picture of one strand and people saying you'll get something like this, right? You are seeing the strands that you're going to get on camera, which I think is nice. And hello, Sylvia, by the way. Here's that big simple cut kind of, I guess these aren't simple cut. They're nuggets that are faceted. And this is pink opal, irregular pink opal, but old stuff, good stuff. Look at the quality of these. Look, those pinks are so pink. right? Sometimes pink opal's very light nowadays. Look how deep those are. This is a pink opal. Beautiful colors on those. Was $38. We're bringing it down to $32. I couldn't go any less than that on these. Not for their debut. They're too nice. I was tempted, but I was like, I just can't do it. I can't go lower than that, y'all. There's only one strand of these available. They are graduated, so let me just give you an idea. Doing this one this way, it's about 21 millimeters by about 29. And then I'd say the bigger ones in the middle, this is about 28 by 35. All right, and as you can see, they're graduated. And you can also see this is a 16-inch strand, right? It's doubled over at 8. 16-inch strand, $32 only. One strand available. That is nice. That is beautiful. And I can't see if anyone's claiming anything because, again, the computer's in the other room. So, you know, I hope you like these. I won't be able to tell along the way if you like them. It's sometimes it's nice for me to be able to see. Not that I can really change course if nobody likes anything I'm showing, but it does give me a little boost if I know people are claiming some stuff or trying to claim some stuff. Makes me feel good about what I did for the day. Back from dinner, had chicken. Nice, Suzanne. You missed some good pearls though. So Suzanne, if you jump over to YouTube real quick, Facebook doesn't allow you to go back in time during a live, but YouTube does. And check out the pearls you missed. We're on 4 right now, but the first 2 were some pretty nice pearl strands. I know you like pearls. So this is stunning, and really these should be more than that, probably 42. This is quartz. Beautiful, faceted, clear, gorgeous quartz. These are faceted rectangles. Beautiful quality. This is some high grade stuff. Check that out. Beautiful strand. Again, this should be, yeah, this is a 16-inch strand. And the size on these, they're pretty regular, I'd say 12.3 by 8.1. Let's check another one. 8.1 by 12.1, 12.2 by 8.1. So all around 12 to 12.3 generally, and 8.1 millimeters. One strand available at $32. Normally 42, probably should be more than that, but I'm going to start it there. 42. We're giving it to you for $10 off. $32 if anybody wants this one strand. See, for me, it's easier to sell it at a discount sometimes to you all, especially when there's only like one strand, than for me to take a picture of it, write a listing for it, put it in the online store, put it into the inventory for the online store, take a video. We've been taking videos of gemstones now for the online store, so we try to take a video of everything. It's easier if I can do it here. So sometimes you get the really good prices. Generally, you always get the best prices for new stuff that we release here on our lives or in the D-Stash group, the Andrew Thornton Project D-Stash. But look at how pretty that is. V4, $32 only. That's a steal. Marianne's is beautiful quartz. Yes, it is. That's one of the strands that I love. There's some quartz tonight that is like my kind of quartz. My kind of quartz. All right, V5. This is that Andrew was talking about, that pretty color when he mentioned the pretty colored pearls. Look at these. Look at this strand of pearls. Look Beautiful. Look at the iridescence. It's actually shining off my light. I don't know if you can see. It's glowing off my light here. Beautiful pearls. And these are the stick pearls. They are top drilled. They're drilled through the top. So these would make so many beautiful pairs of earrings. Look at the colors. I don't know if you're seeing them as much as they are in person on camera, but look at the AB colors you're getting in there. That Aurora Borealis color. You get the greens and the pinks and the blues, oranges. So many beautiful colors. And this is a long strand too. That's at least 16 inches. And let me measure one of these for you. I'm just going to pick one, give you a measurement. About 8 millimeters by about 22 millimeters. 8 by 22. Beautiful peachy color. This is kind of, it's got that color of the year vibe. Peach fuzz, color of the year vibe. But with all that extra, as Marianne put down there, rainbows, right? Look at the rainbows in there. One strand available, was $42, bringing it down to $36 for y'all. That's as low as I can go on that strand, and that is a very good deal. That is a very good deal. I was going to give it to you at 42, but just give you a little extra. A little extra. Okay, and I think, hold on, I think my camera lens might be a little bit dirty. Sorry, everybody. I think it was a little bit dirty, though. It had a spot on it. Now, here's the ones the pearls Andrew is freaking out about. Rightly so, because I priced them so good. Maybe too good. They probably, if they make it past this live, will be much more expensive. These are Biwa pearls. These are Biwa pearls. Check these out. Check those out. They're $28 a strand. Down from $38. Andrew's like, those should be like a few hundred. I don't know about that for sure, but I'm going off some old prices, and you're getting a good deal on these no matter what. You're getting a great deal on these. Biwa pearls, these rectangular shapes, beautiful color. I'm showing you all the strands available. There are 3 strands available. They are only $28 a strand. $28. Let's look at this last strand. $28 a strand. Aren't they beautiful? What do you think of those, everybody? You could own some really nice pearls for $28 tonight. Not just these, but there are more coming. V6, $28, 3 strands available. Let me give you, I'm just going to pick one of these. And it says those Biwa pearls are great, are beautiful, and a great, great bargain. I think so. Trying to give you really good deals. 10 millimeters by about 22. 10 by 22. Just picking one of them out. You can see they're all a little bit different. Yes, we gave you a good deal on those. Those could go for a lot more money from other people, and would from other people, but we got a good deal, so we're trying to pass that along to you all, as always. We don't feel right super upcharging things, even if we could, when we get a good deal on things. Now, if I do have to take all the time to take pictures and do all that kind of work on them and, get them on the online store, that price usually goes up. Time is money in a small business. I hate that is the case, but that does have to be the case. Now we have one strand of these beautiful dyed pearls. Beautiful color. I love this color. $24 for the strand. These are center drilled. So these could be nice earrings stacked like this, right? Or you can make a beautiful bracelet out of those. I love, love, love this color. There's only one strand of these available. V7 was $28. I'm bringing it down to $24. And this is also a 16, almost 17-inch strand, I'd say. And these are approximately, let me grab here where they're about 20.5 millimeters by 7. 20.5 millimeters by 7, just to get a quick view of those. V7, $24. One strand available in that color. Just one. Okay. Huh. This is quite the deal of the night, I think. These are 7 by 12 millimeter round. Sorry, I got to sneeze. It doesn't want to come out. Hello, Barbara from Michigan. Thank you for joining us. Good to see you here. Thank you for hanging out with us for a little bit tonight. We hope you enjoy your stay. And if you have any questions, please feel free to ask. So we have white quartz, so plain quartz, clear quartz. These are faceted rondelles. They are marked 12 by 7 millimeters. So I'm going to check that. So about 11.5. Yeah, about 11.5 by 7. So that's close. 12 by 7. Beautiful clear quartz. These are very classic. Great for classic jewelry. Great for sun catchers. If you are making sun catchers, look at this price. $28 a strand. There are 6 strands available. So you're seeing the 6 strands here. I'm showing them all to you. You don't get them all for that price. You get one strand for $28. Barbara says, it's been a while since I've been on a live. Happy to be back on. Yeah, I feel like I haven't seen your name in a while. But we're glad to see you here. Glad you made it back. How's everything going? Have you not been on because you've been busy, or hopefully only good things happening kept you away? Look at these beautiful faceted clear. Look at it. It's so clear. This is super good quality. Beautifully clear quartz. And like I said, we're not afraid to show you this stuff on camera, right? Some people will show you one strand on a picture on their website, and they're like, just trust us that the rest of them are all going to look the same. But you're going to get one of these if you claim them. And we're not afraid to show it. If we were afraid to show it, it wouldn't be available, right? If we couldn't show you something, we wouldn't make it available to you. We only sell you things that we would use in our own jewelry. If we wouldn't use it to make something with, we're not going to sell it to you. That's ridiculous. We're not going to sell you junk. So these are beautifully clear quartz, approximately 11.5 by 7 or 12 by 7 millimeters, only $28 a strand. They were $36 a strand. Retail is what we'll probably put on them if they all don't sell tonight, down to $28. Now remember, if you want to purchase these, all you have to do is send us an email to info@allegorygallery.com with V8 in the subject line and hit send. If you want more than one, which I wouldn't blame you at this price, V8 times 2, for example, in the subject line and hit send. That'll get you 2 strands. We will always give you up to the number of strands we can that you've requested. So if somebody got 4 of them before and you wanted 3, we will give you 2. All right, that's how that works. So V8, $28 a strand. Whether you're doing jewelry, earrings with these, like think of, like you think you can't make your money back? Let's see. That's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55. So there's about 55. All strands may not be the same depending on variances, but there's about 55 beads on that strand, right? So this is what? That's like 50 cents a bead. 50 cents a bead, is that right? So 50 cents a bead. If you don't think you can make a pair of earrings with just 2 of those, some ear wires, and charge, so the ear wires cost you $1 maybe, the beads for 2 of them cost you $1. That's a $2 pair of earrings. If you don't think you can make money on that, you're crazy. You're crazy. So think of it that way when you're buying. Sometimes we do shows on loose beads, and that's when you can buy the beads loose and you don't have to buy the whole strand. But when you're buying a whole strand, think about that, because the way you break that down, break it down by cost by each bead. I think you'll find our costs are very, very good for things like earrings and things like that. Barbara asked what size they are. These are approximately 7 by 12. I measured them and they're more like 7 by 11.5 millimeters, but the tag on them says 7 by 12 millimeters. So before fastening, that's probably what they were trying for. And they're clear quartz. $28 a strand only. Pretty much 50 cents a bead. Around 50 cents a bead. So if you don't think that's worth it, I don't know what to say. Because those are some really nice clear quartz. Beautifully clear quartz. But that doesn't end. The clear quartz doesn't end with that strand, everybody, or those strands. We have some rounds as well, but I only have 1 strand of this round. These are 10 millimeter round clear quartz. 10 millimeter round clear quartz. Marion says it's a great deal on V8, right? I think so. 10 millimeter round clear quartz. So these ones aren't as clear. There's a little bit of, you can see in there, kind of that slight inclusions in there. So I priced these a little lower because of that. So these are, let me measure them. The tag said 10. Yep, just about 10 millimeters. Faceted rounds. I priced them at $30. You're getting them on this live. And for the next 24 hours, you have up to 24 hours, pretty much till we start the next live tomorrow. When the next live starts tomorrow, that price is done. They go back up to this one. But you're getting this for $26 if you want this strand. Let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. There's 40 beads on there. That's just over 50 cents. A little bit over 50 cents a bead, right? But look at how nice those are. Mix some of those with some of the previous ones, make some earrings. You're making yourself some money at a show. That's what you're doing, right? V9, $26 only. 1 strand available at that price. V10. Maybe you don't like 10 millimeter rounds. Maybe you prefer 8 millimeter rounds. Huh? Maybe? 8 millimeter rounds. These are even clearer than the 10. Really, probably these should be more money than the 10 millimeter ones because the clarity is in these. But again, I mean, look, these are super clear. Really, I priced these low. I pretty much priced these a little too low, but that's okay. For you all, that's all right. I'll adjust that if nobody buys them. I'll adjust that when I'm doing that. That's the thing too, is sometimes we price these quickly for the lives, and we want to give you all the good deal. But when I really look at the clarity of these, they are on par with the more expensive strands, and should be a little bit more expensive, but $24. If somebody wants this strand for $24, you're getting a very good deal with that. Very good deal with that. Because we took the price down from 28. These will probably go up to about a $32 strand actually. So you can get them at 24. And again, these ones are 8 millimeters, faceted rounds. Anybody claiming anything tonight? Anybody trying for anything? Hopefully. I hope so. Like I said, I can't check my email over here. But I hope you're all liking these. I hope you're trying for some stuff tonight. Sometimes when there's only one of everything, it's a little bit hard. Barbara is awesome. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Helps me know that we're doing a good job, that you like the things we do. Now, this is a smaller size. So we had the larger ones earlier. They were $36 down to $28. This, I don't know what I did. I went really, whew. These are about 9.5 millimeters, close to 10 millimeters, really. Close to 10. Anne's tried for several things. I really like the beads tonight. Thank you. So these are 9.5 to 10 millimeters. They're around 9.6 or so. One strand available, V11. Really, boy, I went from V8 was $36. I went down to $30. Ooh, I'm really giving you a good one, a good deal on these, because these aren't much smaller, and they're the same great quality. And I brought them down, gee, $6? $6? Of course, the your price I didn't bring down as much, but the retail I did. Anyway, $26. Susan says, oh goodness, my bead budget is shot. I feel it. I feel it. I know that feeling, but I think we have some excellent things for y'all tonight, and I hope you're enjoying these. Like I said, these are great even if you're not a bead person, even if you're not a jewelry person, for making, or if you are, but you also make sun catchers. All of these, with that clarity in there and those facets, those would make spectacular sun catchers. You will see rainbows all over the place with stuff like this. All right, so these are 16-inch strands. Again, these are vintage strands, so these are old. So you're getting the full size, what used to be a full size strand, not these 13, 14-inch strands that you see nowadays, which even we sell because that's what people are making. That's what is coming from most countries now, are 13 to 14-inch strands as a full strand. These are 16-inch strands. V11, $26, one strand left. One strand available. I priced that one a little bit low, but hopefully that works for you all. Oh, this is so nice. I almost wanted to keep it because I know, smoky quartz, and I'm just going to be completely honest, for some reason smoky quartz doesn't generally sell very well. These are delicious, don't eat the beads, but delicious nuggets of smoky quartz. Simple cut, tumbled, smooth nuggets. Look at that one. I particularly like that one. But look at the clarity. Sometimes smoky quartz doesn't have that clarity. You get that kind of brown color, that kind of ambery, but you don't get clarity. These vintage beads are clear. I mean, there's some inclusions, of course, but look at those. They look like ice cubes, right? When you get smoky quartz, it looks like ice cubes. That's some good stuff. Marianne is not really into most smoky quartz. See, a lot of people for some reason aren't. I love it. I almost kept these, but I'm like, I'm going to show them because it's probably not going to sell. I hate to say that, but it's probably not going to sell. So if I want them, I'm going to get them anyway. But Maybe somebody will prove me wrong. I don't know. Maybe these will go out from under me. But I think these are fabulous. And they just look so good. Barbara says, I bought a chocolate necklace from you a while ago and love it so much. Good. Thank you. I'm glad you like it. You know, we try to give you the good stuff, y'all. Chocolate moonstone. That's why I figured you said chocolate. I figured it was moonstone, and I thought I remembered that. We're glad you like that stuff. We added a number of those kind of necklaces, the pre-made things, into the online store recently. So if you haven't checked it out, Barbara, in a while, check them out because we may have some new stuff out there for you if you like that kind of thing. Those come to us that way. We don't make those. So I do want to say, I mean, we pick out, you know, we get the good stones. We make sure that stones are good and that the quality is good. But those are ones we also do say, and I always put it in the product descriptions too, that you may over time want to restring it if you are somebody who does that work. Just because they do come to us that way, we can't guarantee how strong they are. We do check them out and make sure that we think they're good enough, of course. But you know, we have our own way of stringing and crimping things, and we feel better, of course. But we try to pick. You said, but you pick out beautiful ones. Yes, we pick beautiful ones. We pick out the best ones for you all from our vendors, and make sure you get the good stuff. We handpick pretty much everything. Sometimes we trust our vendors if we've been working with them a long time and they kind of know what we like. We allow them to send us things. But if we don't like them, we send them back. That's the way it is. We still everything is touched by us. Everything is touched by us multiple times. When it's received, when we get it ready to sell to you, whether it's during a live or whether it's during whether it goes into the online store, either we or Barb checks everything again to make sure that everything is okay with what we send. And then we hope that it gets to you in an okay way. These, I just want to tell you, everybody, I priced these to sell. These are 12 millimeter round labradorite. 12 millimeter round labradorite. And they're the more green labradorite. You're going to see the flashes if it hits the light just right. These are pretty flashy. They flash more of that yellow green than the blue. But I priced these at $16 a strand for you all. 12 millimeter rounds of really nice labradorite. And sure, right? This is that you don't see labradorite all the time in this kind of green color anymore. Oftentimes it's the gray, right? It's just the gray. I kind of miss this version of it because it's different, right? A lot of labradorite you see is not this color anymore. Barbara also got a prasiolite one. Gorgeous. I'm so happy with them. That prasiolite was particularly nice, right? We did get some good stuff that time. I remember those. I think we might still have one, maybe. Mary says, stop tempting me. I need to budget. Well, we have 3 different sizes of this. We have 3 strands of this one. This is the 12 millimeter. I think, what did I say? 12 millimeter? 12 millimeter rounds. At only $16. That should tempt you because these are beautiful. And again, like I said, it's that green that you don't see all the time. A lot of the labradorite beads are that gray, and it's beautiful, it's stunning, but you don't often see the green. And this is more on that green scale, and I love them. So V13, $16 a strand only, y'all. You know that's a good deal. I can't even pretend that that's not a good deal. And be like, oh, I didn't do too bad. No, I gave you a good deal on those. All right. Next up, we're moving down to the 10 millimeter. There's only one of these strands available. Only one of these strands available. Let me just check this to make sure I wrote. Yep, 10 millimeters. 10 millimeter V14 in the labradorite. See some flashes in there. Depends how it hits the light sometimes. Some of these aren't as flashy as others. I will say that. That's, you know, but at $14, that's just a beautiful little strand. Look at that. That's some old, you know, that's old labradorite, right? That's the quality stuff in that green color. 16-inch strands. Just beautiful. I think these were out before labradorite became really big. Because the prices on these that we can give you are because the prices on these were marked, you know, at a really good deal anyway too. And honestly, labradorite of that quality, not anymore. Areas they're pretty even when you can't see the flash. I know. These are spectacular. Really. All right. And the last one of the labradorite I have for you, 8 millimeters. So we did 12, 10, and now 8. This is a $12 strand, everybody. If y'all, just all 17 of you watching, or more maybe on Instagram over there. Sorry, I can't see your comments if you're over on Instagram. I'm sorry. But if y'all aren't sending an email for this one, I don't know what's wrong with the world. Beautiful. Oh, some fuzz on there with my old sticker. They're just super pretty as they are. Like Marianne said, even when you don't always see the flash on them, they're just such a pretty stone. Like, that's a color green. Maybe in a moss aqua or something, you'll see that color green, but it's not a color green you see all the time. Maybe a very dark, like serpentine. But then when you also have the flash added to it, I mean, they're stunning beads. They're really beautiful. And it's only $12. One strand, V15. I got one of those. I wish I had more. I'd sell those all day probably if we had more of those. Okay, so we're halfway through, everybody. That was 15. We're going to 30 tonight. Next up, V16. We have some irregular sardonyx. Irregular sardonyx. So these are sardonyx tumbled beads. Most of these ones, most of them don't have a lot of the white or brown in them. Most of them are very, very black. I will say that. I think that was it. I think that's it. From an old tag, yeah. That's not a crack in the stone or anything. That's from an old tag. Like there's a little, you're seeing a little bit of white or gray here and there. And then as you get into some of these larger pieces, you're going to see a little bit more of the coloring. Especially this one. Beautiful stones. Again, they are graduated. 16-inch strand at least. They're graduated, so they start smaller, and then they get larger and larger from one end to the other. Norma says, I haven't seen the green labradorite before. Yeah, normally the labradorite that flashes, like we've had some very nice higher end pieces of the kind of green stuff, and it normally flashes the orange yellows, whereas the gray labradorite flashes a lot of the purpley blues. Some of these were still flashing the purpley blue as well. But you see a lot of the gray blue, kind of grayish labradorite, but the greener stuff is not really around as much, and I don't know why. Barbara says vintage, right? Yes, vintage stuff. Vintage stuff. So there's one strand of this available, only $18. Only $18. Classic, very good for classic earrings, especially if you want to do like asymmetrical earrings. How fun would that be with these? I love asymmetrical earrings. I don't know why the whole world doesn't wear asymmetrical earrings, but my ears aren't purist, so I have no say in that matter, really, other than the fact that that's what I would make if I make more stuff. Lots of asymmetrical earrings. Symmetry is great, sometimes, but I just like the asymmetrical stuff. All right, next up, these are 6-sided melon kind of cut. Andrew asked if there was melon cut tonight. These are kind of melon cut. They're not quite what I consider really melon cut. But they're 6-sided hematite beads. This is a 16-inch strand. And these are about 7.2 millimeters, 7.3 millimeters, 7.1 millimeters. Just depends where you grab them with those sides on them. But it is a 6-sided kind of melon shape. Nice, beautiful hematite. Only $10. One strand available. Price that good. I know hematite's not always a quick seller, so I just gave you a super duper price, $10, and hopefully somebody takes that off our hands, so I don't have to put it in the online store. But I will if it's around much longer. One strand available, V17. I love it. I think it would go great with that sardonyx, for example. It could be really nice with some of these pearls we've got. Add it as a little splash of dark versus light with the quartz. Marion says, do different countries that supply labs have different colors? I wonder. I don't know. I honestly don't know if the green comes from a particular place or not. I should look that up so that maybe it's much more rare. Maybe I'm really underselling those. I don't know. This is chalcedony coming up, and the shape on these makes these more expensive, right? These are drops, and it's a big strand, and it's a graduating strand, but these are so pretty. There's only one strand here. We've gotten one strand of this, and I want to show you. These are so pretty. Chalcedony drops. Like, aren't they beautiful? Look at that one. Oh, I love the crackle in that one. These would be great, whoops, to make pendants out of them. It's just something unusual. You don't see this very often. You don't see this shape all the time very often. It's a little kind of bulbous drop. One drop on a chain, says Barbara. Yep, exactly my thoughts. One drop on a chain. You have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 23. I think 23 of them on there. Just over $1 each, right? I can't do that mental math. 32 divided by 23, but just over $1 for a pendant, and a beautiful pendant at that. Look at those. One on a chain. Marion says balloons, right? Yeah. But you throw one of those on a chain, like Barbara said, done. $18, $24 for a necklace, depending on the size of each one. Even if you charge $12, unless your chain is crazy expensive, you're making a solid good profit on those. Sell 2 or 3 of them and you've paid for your whole strand, and it's done. If you never sell another one again, you made your money back at least, right? V18, $32. All the stuff I keep talking about. If I made as much of the stuff that I keep talking about, we would have just a store full of jewelry. And maybe someday we will, because I should make all these things. The things that y'all don't buy. Then I'm like, I would do this, I would do that. Then I'm going to do it one day, and I'm going to sell jewelry. I'm going to be a jewelry store only. See how that goes. Chrysocolla is next. Chrysocolla. One strand of these little beautiful drops of chrysocolla. They're supposed to be 7 by 12. Let's check these out. Yeah, 11 by 11.6 by about 6.5. They're not quite 7. I would say more like 6.5 by 11.5. And again, 16-inch strand. Barbara says jewelry and beads and silk. Oh my, right? Beautiful chrysocolla drops. You're not going to see stuff like this anywhere else, probably. These are really pretty. Great quality. Look at those. I don't know if anyone got that big chrysocolla yesterday. These are just as pretty, but they're a tiny one. Tiny one. V19, $16 only. What's going on, Andrew?
I'm checking your progress.
I'm on 19 out of 30.
Ooh.
People say they're trying for stuff. I don't know. I can't see.
No.
Did you check the emails over there?
Let me check. I looked at Instagram real quick.
Anybody over there?
There's a couple people watching.
Good. Thank you all. All right, everybody. I'm going to show you these pearls, and then you're going to laugh at me for pricing them so low. That's what's going to happen tonight.
When were you at last?
19.
The last claim I have is V15.
15. Okay, so V15 is sold.
V14.
I have one of those. That's sold then.
Okay, V13.
I have 3 of those.
Okay, 2 have been claimed.
2 have been claimed of those. Whoops.
V4.
V4. What was V4? V4, I have 1 of those.
Been claimed several times.
I knew it.
V5.
V5, I have 1 of those.
V6.
V6, that's your pearls. I have 3 of those.
Huh?
Those were the pearls you liked. 3 of those.
I got 2 claims for those.
So 1 of V6 left.
V8.
V8, I have 6 of those.
I have 2 claims for that.
So 4 of those left.
I want a V8 now.
Right.
V9.
Only 1 of those.
Claim.
Okay.
V10.
1 of those.
Claim.
Okay. So those
V2.
V2, we have 6 of those.
Okay. V3.
V3, we only had 1 of those.
Okay. V12.
12. That one, I think, V11, V12. Oh, we only have 1 of those.
And V18.
Oh, V18 just went. We only had 1 of those.
Okay.
So those are the ones, everybody, that if you heard me talking as Andrew was going through them, a lot of stuff is selling. So thank you.
Thanks.
All right. So I told you, everybody, you're going to laugh at me for pricing these so low, but you're going to keep it to yourself because you know you're getting a good deal.
Oh, no.
These pearls are so nearly perfect.
Oh, no. What are you doing?
So nearly perfect. I want you to see these.
Oh my god.
Look at their
I'm gonna go back.
look at their perfection
Look how big.
to one another.
Them potato pearls, look how huge.
Top drilled. So look, they're big. They're almost perfect in size to one another.
And they real, it's not glass.
They're not glass. Look at that AB shining off of them. It's not a finish. That's their own finish.
That's nature's finish.
Nature's finish with those greens. And it was like, $32. I was in the dark when I did these actually, because I didn't realize how perfect they were until I pulled them out here just now. But they were 32. We're giving them to you $26 a strand.
That's at least.
This is like a $54 strand, probably.
That's like at least $20 if you found $20 more if you found them
Nowadays.
And that's if you find a good price. I saw one person
or buy in bulk
in Tucson, and they spent $1,700 on their pearl order, and they showed it to me, and I was like, "Where's the rest?" And they were like, "This is it," and I was like, "Do what?"
Yeah.
I was like,
Mary Ann says, "Oh my gorgeous."
I was like, I am confused. These
are, let me give you a size on these before Andrew cries some more. He's like, I'm out of here. These are, I can't even get in there. Let's see here. They're about 9.3 is what I'm coming at here. I can't hold them. They're so tight packed in there. So about 9.5 millimeters by about 7. 9.5 by 7. Now I'm going to check another one. 9.2. Let me see. Get on there. 9.5 by 7. So just checking 2 of them randomly. They're pretty much almost exactly the same down to the 0.1 millimeter. These are nice, everybody. V20, 16-inch strands, $26 a strand only. And like I said, I priced these in the dark. I didn't realize how actually perfect they were. So you're getting, I'm holding to that. We always do. I'm holding to that. But when these go into the online store, if they make it that far, they are not going to be $32. I'm just telling you right now, they're going to be more like $56. So you're getting like a half price deal if you're buying these now. You're getting like 50% off of what I'm going to list these at. Because these actually came to us with no pricing on them. Sometimes when we get vintage stuff, it doesn't have prices, even old prices. So I saw these and I'm like, oh, these are potato pearls. They're pretty nice. I didn't have the good lights on to see all this AB flash that they've got going for them and how nice they really were. So these are really much more expensive pearls than that. So you're getting an excellent deal if you buy V20 tonight. If not, I don't know what to say. That was probably a pricing error on my part. As I said, you're going to laugh at me, but you're going to keep it to yourself because you're getting an excellent deal. Next up, V21 faceted pearls. Now, as you know, faceted pearls sometimes have a bad rap because nowadays they facet junky pearls, polluted pearls, and they look like garbage. To be 100% honest, they look like garbage. Vintage pearls, however, again, less pollution, better coatings because they left them in the mollusks longer, And so they have a thicker, more beautiful coating to facet before they get down to anything that's ugly. And these are pretty small facets on some of these. Faceted white pearls. We don't get the facet. We have faceted brown, like the chocolate, and faceted gray in our online store. We don't get the faceted white as much. One of these strands is actually a little bit more whiter. Like it's a little bit smaller, a little bit more white than the others. But I put them all together. They are very similar. And they are really, really stunning. Here's the last one. V21. These are $22 a strand only. We're giving you a really good deal because you aren't going to find good faceted pearls nowadays for that price. I can almost guarantee it. If you do, it's from someone like us who's bought vintage stuff and is selling the vintage strands. But look at those. Beautiful faceted vintage pearls. V21. I don't know why I had one strand on there. I got crazy. There's 3 strands available. 3 strands available of those. All right. What do you think of those, everybody? You like those? I like those. Oh, I didn't give you a size. I don't think. They're around 8 millimeters. I think this one is more like, nope, it's around the same, 8 millimeters. Thought it looked a little smaller, but I think it's just the shape's a little bit different. So about 8 millimeter round faceted pearls, $22. Dang good deal. Very good deal, everybody. Okay. This is the one I was teasing Andrew with last night while he was on the live. And I was saying, look at these. I don't know if you heard me say that. I was like, look at these, how pretty these are. Big tiger eye. Big tiger eye. And really nice quality tiger eye stones. Like super nice quality stones. Done, these are irregular cut, faceted. They got lots of that beautiful effect that you're looking for in tiger eye. Like very little in the way of dead spots on these. And there's only one strand available. It's V22. It's $32, down from $42. That's a big, this is a chunky strand. That's a lot of, you know, there's a lot of meat there, right? There's a lot of big stones there. $32 only for you all. I think this really should be much more than that probably these days, but this one, this was a, you know, got a good deal on it, so do you. So big strand. That's a 16-inch strand. Those stones, let me pick the smallest one. The smallest one of these, 25.5 by about 30. Let me see what I think. I think this is one of the biggest ones. So 25.5 by 30 to 35, about 35.5 by 46. So that's V22, $32 for the strand. One strand available only. Those are some big nuggets right there. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. That's $3.20 a stone. If you don't think each one of those stones is worth $3.20, you're crazy. Those are like $5, $6, $7, $8 stones just on their own. So there you go. Barbara's asking, was V1 pearls? I came in as you were putting them away. Yes. And I don't know, I can't remember from what Andrew told me if they were all claimed or not. Barbara says, those would make good pendants. Yes, they would. Yes, they would. Let me pull V1 for you. If y'all have questions as we go through, do feel free to ask. We're here live now. That's the time to ask. So this was, let me go back to V1 since Barbara's asking. This was V1. V1 pearls. And I think these were 10 millimeter about, if I remember. No, 12. 12 millimeters. Yeah, just about 12 millimeter coins. And there are 4 strands available at $28. Yes, golden, right? They are. They've got that golden color to them. And they still got a beautiful AB too. So there they are. Little golden suns. Got an AB finish. $28 is that. That's V1. And if anyone else wants to see anything over again, let me know. But we're going to keep moving on. V23 is where we're at. Whoo-wee. I did myself wrong. I need to work under the good lights when I'm pricing things sometimes. Because these did not... Ooh, either sunlight or the good light. Because look at the color in these. These are like a silvery AB goodness in this pearl. These are beautiful gray pearls, peacock pearl, more like peacock pearls in this coin shape. $22 for the strand, 1 strand only. I started this at $26. I would have probably started this at $36 if I had this light on them, just to be honest with you. Sometimes we do that, right? I need to work in the good light. These are 16, this is a 16-inch strand. These pearls are 11 millimeters. At least we keep it real with y'all, right? 10.8 millimeters, 10.9 millimeters, 11 millimeters. And this way they are about 4.2, 4.3, 5.4, some are a little thicker than others, it looks like. But look at that. Ooh, those are so nice. I don't know, maybe they're not coming across as nice on your screen as they are in real life. But they've got a luster to them. They look, I don't know, they look like that, like that oil slick color that Andrew loves. It's like that oil slick that Andrew adores. Only kind of a lighter version of it. Such great color. $22. I did a little bit wrong on that one, but hey, maybe somebody will take it home. I won't have to take pictures and take a video and put it in the online store. Yes, pretty when you hold them up close. That's the thing. Sometimes things look better when they're really close to the camera, right? Like that. Yeah, look at those. They're like holographic. That's the best way to describe those, I'd say. They look holographic. $22 only, everybody. I could probably sell those for $36, maybe even $38, a little bit more. You're getting them for $22 if you buy them tonight. This is yes. Right? That's the talk we like. That's the talk we like. People getting interested in the beads. Iris finish, says Marianne, right? Now we have some beautiful, citrine. Lost my word for a second. Beautiful citrine. It's a nice strand of citrine pebbles. Really nice strand. You know, the clarity's not complete clarity like we've seen in some things tonight. It's still a nice strand. I priced it originally at $18. That's about what we'd sell something like that for in the store. We're doing it at $14 for y'all. So $14, that's a really nice strand of citrine. Michelle, Miss Sun will need to go and rewatch later. Yes, please do. I know you said you're not buying tonight, but do make sure you check them out no matter what. You never know. Oh, Michelle's heading out? Okay, Michelle. Thank you for joining us. Have a good night. V24, $14. And again, 16-inch strands tonight. 16-inch strands. Are you all still enjoying the show tonight? You like this one? Happy with what we're showing you? Ooh, I think I priced these okay. These were pretty expensive back then, because these did have some prices on them to go by. And these were pretty expensive back then. So really the pricing I did on these, it's not far away from like the pricing these were in like the 90s. So yeah, these should be more, but we love y'all. We're giving you the great deals tonight. I want you to see how beautiful these are and how uniform these little pearls, these coin pearls are. It's the uniformity that gets me sometimes with pearls, right? Because you know every single one of them is made different. It's made by an individual creature. And to get a strand with so much uniformity, I can't even imagine what it's like to pick through pearls, fresh pearls that have been harvested, and try to find a whole strand of ones that are so uniform. Oh, Sandra, you're late. Just had dinner with a friend. I'm glad you had dinner with a friend, but you are missing some good stuff tonight. A lot of claims tonight. A lot of things have sold already, but if you get a chance, check it out. These are about 11 millimeter coins. There are 2 strands available. They are $32. That's nearly what the price was, or the suggested price back in the 90s for these. Anne says, dang, these are all such good deals and good beads. This is definitely a budget buster live. We're trying to make these good deals for y'all. Look at this. Look at these pearls. 2 strands only available. And that's the thing, is we don't even have, like, when we buy new things, we try and buy 3 at a time. A lot of these we have like 1 or 2. Like this we only have 2 of. Sandra says, I will. We wanted to meet before I leave Miami. Yes, definitely. That's great. No, that's great. You can get beads from us anytime. It's good to see your friends. Look at those, though. Look at the quality on those for only $32 a strand. V25. Like I said, this was an expensive strand. These were expensive strands back in the 90s. There's almost no inflation on these. Almost none. So there you go. There you go. We got to stay in business, though. That's important. Sometimes we give you the good deals on one. We gotta keep the prices a little higher on others. Now, here we have some lovely Keishi pearls. 1 strand available. 1 strand available. Look at the quality, and you know it's a good quality when they luster like that, right? When you have that quality of nacre on them, that you're getting that beautiful kind of oily, slick AB Aurora Borealis color. Sandra says, excellent price for pearls. That's been the theme tonight. Excellent price on pearls and beautiful gemstones. This is V26. Marion says, even your higher prices are better than many others. Yeah, we're not trying to cheat you out of it, you know. But we also know that if you were buying these modern day, they would be much more expensive. They would be much more expensive. But we're not, you know. We know what we paid for them. We're doing our markup. Sometimes it has to be a little bit more. Sometimes it can be a little bit less. But when we get a good deal, we feel like it's our right or our obligation to pass that along to the people who support us. This is about a 16-inch strand. One strand available. V26, only $18. Sandra says that is an understatement. Yeah. We try our best for y'all. And pearls are hot right now, so I know the prices on pearls have skyrocketed. And for the quality, it's not there. It's not there anymore. All right. Another strand of slightly larger Keishi pearls. Marion says, and you curate your beads so well. Thank you. Another strand, slightly larger than the last. One strand available, $28 on these for you all. $28 for you all. Saves me, like I said, it's going to be at least 32, maybe more. We'll do some real research on them before we put them in the online store, but if they make it there. But we try and give you the good prices here on our lives first. You get the best prices generally on any new thing we bring in here on our lives or in the Andrew Thornton D-Stash group. We switch back and forth between offering there and here. And so if you're not in that group and you've been with us for a while, go over to Facebook, search for Andrew Thornton Project D-Stash. And that's another group we list great price things in. And not that our prices on our website aren't good. I think they're very good. But let me just tell you too, the price on this that we're offering it to you is very close to what it was sold for in the 90s. So, you know, we could charge a lot more for those strands. You know that. We know that. It's not like, you know, it's not like we don't know. We know. We just like to give you all a treat. And if we can make money doing it this way and giving you a good treat on the beads, that's great. You know, that's what we like to do. You know, we search down and hunt for vintage things, and we talk with people who have them, and we try and do our best to get things. It may not always be the way we can do things, you know, but we try our best, and we hold our prices as best as we can. Like this strand, which should have priced in the light, but it did not. Suzanne says, you have the best prices, no question. Thank you. We try. And like I said, you know, that's we try and do the best for you. We know we could probably make more money on a lot of this stuff, like these at $22. You gotta be freaking kidding me. What was I thinking? But we know we can make more money. And the day may come, like I said, depending on when we buy things and how we buy things, that it may have to go up. But, you know, as long as we can make a living doing this and sharing the love with all of you, that's what's important to us. And, you know, like I said, we can oftentimes during these lives, we sell things a lot faster than if we put them in our online store. And so being able to sell them faster and generate income faster while doing these lives, that is a good reason to have a, you know, kind of a sell price on these for y'all. One strand of this available. These are approximately, come on. These are so tightly packed in here, it's hard to grab. About 7.5 millimeters by almost 6. One strand available, V28. Look at that silvery, pearly goodness on there. Oh.
How's it going?
I hope it's going well. We're on 28 now.
Claim for V20.
Okay, wait, let me check. V20, we had 2 of those.
V21.
V21 is claimed. We had 3 of those.
2 of those are claimed.
Okay, so 1 of those left.
V1.
Those are those faceted ones. What is it?
V1.
V1. We had 1 other claim before. I think we had 4 of those total.
V23.
23. We had just 1 of those.
Claimed several times.
I bet.
V25.
V25 had 2 of those.
1 claim.
1 claim.
V27.
V27. 1 of those. Y'all know. I know y'all know you're getting good prices. Like Andrew doesn't even want to look at these. All right. Those pearls look like a string of milk teeth. Yeah. It's so nice. So nice. Look at these ones. V29, only $18. What did I do? I'm losing my mind. I got toward the end, I was rushing, so there you go. Look at those. Who else is going to offer you a strand of pearls this beautiful at $18? Nobody. Maybe if you get lucky somewhere else, they might have something, but probably not that pretty. 7 millimeters by about 5. 16-inch vintage strand of those top drilled little potato pearls. And look at the color. Let me boost that up so you can see nice and close. Tease y'all with it. V29, $18. If you love pearls, tonight's the night, y'all. Tonight is the night. Because we have some great deals. Even I'm wondering if I should have charged more for some of these. I know I should have for some of these. What? Don't worry about it, Andrew. Don't worry about it. All right, and the last strand for tonight, 1 strand of this magnificent prehnite. Beautiful, gemmy prehnite, faceted. Look at this kind of side drill, corner drilled ovals. $32 for the strand. It is magnificent. It's a shape you don't see, at least a drill that you don't see. You don't see this shape drilled. Normally it's drilled, right? Either through the middle or corner to, or end to end, but drilled on a diagonal like that. And look, lots of color to those. Each one, sometimes you see prehnite, you barely see the black in it. Each one of these has a lot of nice color. That's how you know it's vintage, right? You know that's an old strand because they still have a lot of color. Sandra says, that's so interesting the way it's drilled, right? I've not seen this like this before. And these are, so I'm going to give you the size this way, which is corner to corner on these, is about 17.8, so about 18 millimeters. This way, it's 9 millimeters. And thickness-wise, they're about 6. And so that is a strand. You're not going to see stuff like that around. This is a 16-inch strand. And it's a beautiful strand. And that's what we're going to leave off on tonight. V30, $32 for you all. Remember, that's a good price for 24 hours till we start our next live, and then that price is gone. That price doesn't exist anymore. So there you go. V30, $32. All right, y'all. That's it for me for tonight. Let me flip this camera around so I can say a quick goodbye. And then it sounds like I got some work to do, checking out all of your claims. So thank you so much. We really appreciate it. Sometimes we find really good stuff. And when we do, you see it here first. So thank you for watching our lives. Please share this with your friends. Now that you got your claims in, right? Please share with your friends and let them know that they can get good buys from us too. We're a small business, and a lot of people don't even know that Allegory Gallery exists as a bead company. So we rely on word of mouth and all of you to let your friends know that they can trust us to get good things at great prices. The best we can offer at the best prices we can offer. So we really, really do appreciate you all. And we thank you so much for being a part of the AG Bead fam out there. Mary, this is awesome last night, but unfortunately I do have to eat. I know, eating is such a problem, right? Gets in the way of everything. Gets in the way of buying those beads sometimes. But anyway, thank you all so much. Have a wonderful night, everyone. And I'm going to go also get something to eat. All right. Have a wonderful night. Thank you so much. Bye, everybody.